everybody. Daryl Hollow, Exquisite Exotics. I got her laughing before I got the video started this time. I knew I was going to get it. All right. Today's video is going to be an update on... Holly?
2022... What, 2022 season? I mean...
Video's off to a good start. 2021, 2022.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say. I was like, wait a minute, we do start breeding in late 2021.
Yes.
So it's ones we've started to
correct
match.
2021 to 2022 ball python breeding season. That's what this video is going to be, right?
And you guys want me to
update.
Do videos by myself.
Yeah, I know. You should, totally should. You should do videos. You could do videos by yourself. Anyway. So it's going to be an update on how our ball python breeding season is going. There is an unhappy snake over there that just hissed. And we have ones in breeding. I bet you we'll need to check that word in this video. Oh, you know what it probably is? Actually, it's probably what we're going to talk about in this video right here. Anyway, it's probably the girl that is in the middle of laying a clutch of eggs right now because we had just opened the drawer to check because we knew she was getting close. Oh yeah, it's totally her.
Is it?
Oh yeah. And
normally we leave them alone. They didn't know that she would be so angry.
Yeah. So she's laying a clutch right now. So anyway, that's what we're talking about. So let's get into it. So that being laid right now is clutch number 7. But we're going to start with clutch number 1 of the year. So we've had 6 clutches in our incubator right now. Clutch number 7 being laid. So the clutches of the year so far that we've gotten.
We only have 5 clutches in the incubator right now.
6.
6?
Oh,
1.
5. I got what you're saying.
One
has already pipped and is done. But, okay, 5 in the incubator. 6 went in the incubator so far. I got you what you mean. 5 currently in the incubator. We've gotten 6 clutches so far, 7 being laid. Yes. Clutch number 1 was, I got a note here, so that's why I'm looking down. Super Mystic by Mystic Potion. Clutch number 2 was a Super Pastel Desert Ghost by our Soul Sucker Desert Ghost. Fingers crossed.
He's doing really well for his first year.
Yeah. Well, we tried to breed him last year, and he wouldn't.
Yeah. So I don't know if he was too young.
He was up to size. So first year breeding, but first year actually going with clutches, yeah, he's doing well because he's in other stuff.
I was gonna say you'll notice he's in other things.
Yeah. Then we have an Inchy Clown by that same Soul Sucker Desert Ghost. We have a Hypo Cinnamon by our Banana Pied. A Super Pastel Pinstripe. We think maybe Yellow Belly. We produced it. Desert Ghost, 50% het pied, which we want to prove out, hopefully, to a banana double het Desert Ghost pied. So, fingers crossed, yes. Fingers crossed for Desert Ghost pieds out of that clutch. Then we have a lesser pastel pinstripe by that same Soul Sucker Desert Ghost. And then currently laying right now is another Super Mystic by that same Mystic Potion male. So, we have 2 Super Mystic females, both bred with the same Mystic Potion male.
Fun fact. The one laying right now is the one you saw a video on a long time ago that she was very, we thought ill, but I think she just had a messed up immune system, messed up digestive system. Digestive
system is what we figured out.
A couple years ago.
Yeah, there was a video.
Once she bounced back with a vengeance and grew and is healthy, and we decided, you know what, let's give it a try. And she did super well this year. We'll see how the clutch goes. Well, you'll see in a couple months too.
I think if you want to find that video, it's like when crazy ideas work. Yeah. Is I think what the video is called, where we had taken her to the vet for trying to figure out what was wrong with her and got actually 2 separate vets. I think
she was regurging. Her stools were not good at all. And she was tired, I think.
Nothing that they gave us advice-wise, medicine-wise, test-wise, nothing solved the problem, and then we ended up trying something crazy on a crazy idea that ended up...
Crazy idea that worked.
That worked. Only done it once. Whether that's the actual thing that worked or she just happened to get better at that time, there's not enough... Scientifically, the one case study is not enough to make,
yeah. But anyway, I just wanted to throw that in there because I think it's a really, really cool thing that she even ovulated and did her pre-leg. She did everything she was supposed to. We're like, wow, she's actually going to go this year.
And she is.
And oops, what did I knock off?
Well, knocking off our clips that have LR information. Anyway, that wasn't what this video was. So
no, but still.
So continuing on the update for the breeding season, we have 4 more who have lay dates already on their tubs, so that's going to put us up to 11 clutches. 7, another 4, and then I haven't done the count yet. So we right around the June, July time frame is when I start palpating, see if follicles are going to be building or if we're just going to stop breeding them for the year.
Right.
'Cause we don't have a ultrasound, so it's all. And I guess my piece of paper. It's
you
all.
need it.
I don't.
Because it's gone.
all
right
hand.
over there.
Yeah, it's all hand palpating. So anyway, so I don't know the exact number yet, but I think at least based on locks and how they're growing, typically you can see them growing this way. I would say we have at least another half a dozen probably that are going to go. So we're looking at 20-ish clutches this year, give or take some. Might be more, might be a little less, but
Last
I want
year we got 16, or did we get...
Is it 16 or 18?
Or 18. It could have been 18 because if you remember, we had like a crazy year of slugs in 2020 to 2021. So I'm trying to remember if the last two were slug clutches or if it was prior to that there were slug clutches.
There was one.
So it was between 16 and 18
I don't remember.
clutches for the year. Yeah. I know 16 is the last number. So we do all of our stuff based on like our
I think there were two
IDs.
slug outs after that. So I think there were 18 clutches.
18
but there
females
were
laid.
There were a lot of slug clutches last year. It was actually, we did a whole video on that too about being concerned. Fingers crossed that has not repeated itself yet this year. So knock on our head.
Well, you know, we've had our normal
Hopefully.
Hiccups of like, you know, things happen, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
So,
but
well,
not like that. So that's, yeah, so
That's a
that'll
good-
be, every
that's
year
good.
we increase and like that's our goal is to every year improve. So.
Yeah, year over year have more clutches. So I do think we'll do that this year. Definitely in the way of healthy clutches. I think that, you know, as it's looking right now, that should definitely happen. So, oh, excuse me. So yeah, I think we're going to end up around 20-ish. Though, listen, I haven't checked. It could be significantly more than 20 because we have a lot more girls still breeding that would put us well over 20.
Yeah, it's just, there was
I
just
think
some that we didn't either catch them locking or just they haven't really shown any signs. Like, so we're just not really thinking about them. But there's definitely a ton that you've planned out.
Yeah, there's a couple that have started locking a little later in the season too. Like they weren't locking at the beginning, so they might still go. They just might be late clutches. So we could get over 20. Like 20-ish is my guess, but it's still too early to know for certain. I mean, we could end up with 25, 26, 27 even. I mean, that's possible. Anyway,
Where are we going to put
we'll
them?
see where we actually end up. But right now, my guess is around 20-ish. We'll see. I think it's pretty much the update, right?
Yeah.
Anything else?
I don't think so. Not with ball pythons.
Anything you want to add to the video?
Nope.
We will have a video coming out for clutches. Like Holly said, we do have one out of the incubator now. So, but yeah, we'll get to those once we get a chance, and more clutches coming, and it's getting to that time of the year where there's going to be a lot of clutch videos. Once they start hitting, it'll just be
That'll be mostly what you see. I think.
lots of clutch videos then, because we like to do a video for everyone.
It'll be a little bit because, like we said, we only have the one out of the incubator, but it'll be like once they're out.
Yeah.
You know, we record and everything.
And they we wait till they do their
Shed out.
their first shed. So before we finish the video up, so it'll be a little while until we get clutch videos. But yeah, I think that's it.
I think
I don't
so.
have anything
It's been very exhausting, but kind of rewarding more lately as far as the amount of animals that we have. Does that make sense? Like, I know we haven't gained any
No,
animals.
please explain.
No, I know we haven't gained any animals other than what we've bred ourselves. We haven't actually purchased an animal in COVID because of that.
A couple, but not
Not
much.
much. Not like we used to.
Yeah.
And really, you taking a lot of the reins of figuring out what would go well together for what we want to accomplish. And I just think that we're going to have good combos this year. I think we had good combos last year.
Yeah, we're really
Like,
narrowing in on our focus of what we want to produce.
So I just, it's...
Tip for any of you upcoming breeders. Focus on what you want to breed, not what the new hottest thing is.
Yeah, because you might never catch up. That's the thing. It's
You
like
will
if you
never.
start seeing Kabelka do something...
Canova. You think
Canova, sorry.
Canova? We've
I was
renamed?
thinking his last name.
Canova?
But, yeah, so Canova. If you start, and it's got fantastic stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
It's beautiful. But if
That
you
is-
like
that
see
is
a
like the
video of him
pinnacle.
now at doing it and breeding it and like producing it, and then you're like, I want to get into that, you might be years behind.
Unless you want to make a huge financial investment.
That's true too. That's true too.
You can make a huge financial
There's
investment.
nothing wrong with any of this. It's just that if you are like
be cutting edge, that is very like reasonable.
Yeah.
But like average hobbyist breeder, if you're doing it as like a hobby, not like trying to be a huge business, I would say you're probably always going to be a little behind the curve on like the top of the line stuff you're seeing. So rather than getting frustrated that you can't keep up, that's a better way to phrase it. Rather than getting frustrating that you can't keep up with whatever the biggest breeders are producing, focus on things you love, and then you won't ever feel like you're falling behind.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have found our niche for ourselves, and we kind of just focus on that, and we enjoy it.
And it changes over time. I think in the beginning we had a lot of like ideas like, we want to keep pied with a ton of different other morphs in it. We wanted pied. I think that you wanted to have more albino in the beginning, just because it seemed like a lot of people really loved albino, and people do.
Yeah,
people do. We sell albinos pretty well, but
and we're phasing out albino in favor of toffee right now.
Probably more so, because the toffino is really beautiful.
Yeah, toffee's gorgeous.
It is that like caramelly looking color.
I agree.
Nice.
Toffinos are nice.
And we still love the pied. We still like to put pied in a lot of stuff, but I think more. We're still trying for that Ultramel. If you've been following us for years,
oh my,
we just love the look. We're not going to give it up, and we love our girls.
We have so
many males that are just like not so many males, but like it's not like we have a ton of them, but they're fickle.
I wouldn't even say it's the males. I
don't know, man.
We do have so many Ultramel females. Mm-hmm. Let me do a quick count for you, Holly. Talk while I count. Here, I'm putting her on the spot. You guys want a video from her.
Anyway, the point is that we have enough Ultramel that that's what we're trying to focus on. And every year, something just doesn't happen. We had 3. One year we purchased 4 females. 3 that were hatchlings. 1 that was full grown, proven breeder, right? Was Sabine a proven breeder when we got her?
Yes.
Proven breeder. She's given us 1 clutch. It had 2 eggs. 1 ended up kind of not making it. The other one is still just a pain in the butt, small. Doing great, but just pain in the butt, small. We had to hand feed that one for a while. And then the others are like either this is their 2nd year breeding now that they've grown, or 1st year, and we're just not noticing the locks. Right. They could be there, but we're just not noticing the locks. And still, it's...
Or they're just not follicle building. So we have 5 visual Ultramel females and 1 that's a het Ultramel.
And did you count the hypo?
Yes. Okay. Because she's visual Ultramel, but she also has visual ghost. So she's Ultra Glow.
Okay.
So she's Ghost Ultramel. I wasn't saying just Ultramel. I'm just saying.
I know, but
at least visual Ultramel with or without extra stuff, females, and 1 that's het. So 6. These same 5 of those 6 bred last year, and we produced 1 Ultramel baby from a
No, there's a couple babies.
Oh, right, 3.
There's
there
were
like
3 babies.
There were 3. 3.
Still.
3 not like 3 clutches. 3 babies, right? And this year we have 6, and so far you heard the list of what's went. None of them are on that list. Those 4 that I told you that we have lay dates for, I can tell you. None of them are the Ultramels. So...
Let me go off camera and grab something real quick.
Okay, of the half a dozen that I think... Holly grabbed our breeding book to look at, so if you hear something opening. So, of the half a dozen that I think are going to go, I don't think any of them are Ultramels. So...
Well, yeah, she's only... she's only locked twice.
Yeah, which... She's
January.
Not locking well. That's 1 not locking well.
I don't think the other ones are over here. Is there another one over there on that side? Oh yeah, here we go. Yep. This one's locking pretty okay, but only more recently.
So that might be a late clutch.
And she's with our
Pinstripe Ultramel.
Pinstripe Ultramel.
Yep.
So that's nice. And then there's 1 laying now.
Oh, you know what? I'm wrong. I said that that's all the ultra male stuff, but we actually have 8 ultra male females. I forgot about the triple head ultra males.
Oh,
So,
they have ultramel in them.
We do have triple head females, ultramel ghost pied, that are going to a visual ultramel double het ghost
Right.
pied. So there's
Excuse me.
8 ultramel females in our collection, and none of them have went yet, and none of them necessarily look like they're ready to go.
2 in this rack ended up breeding, like locking earlier in the year, and then
I apologize if the flipping the page is loud. I know sometimes, like when we're
Hopefully
doing
not.
like videos for sale, that's kind of loud.
she's pretty decent, but she hasn't shown any signs
Yeah,
of actually like ovulating and stuff yet.
So,
So,
yeah, 8.
anyway, I just wanted to double check that because
8. That's crazy.
yeah.
We're breeding 32 females this year. 8 of them, so 8, 16, 24, 30, 25% of the females we're breeding are ultramel in either visual. You okay?
Oh, not that was. I didn't realize it was that much.
25%.
This was not supposed to be the ultramel video.
It
but
is now.
I know.
25% of the females we are breeding this season are ultramel, and
In some
none
way.
of them have lay dates
Or even probably pre-lay shed dates.
or pre-lay shed dates.
Maybe an
Or
ovulation.
no ovulate. There are no ovulation dates on 8. 25% of our breeding season. I don't know why we are so unlucky with ultramel. I just don't know.
I don't know.
If anybody else is breeding ultramel and you see this, let us know. Maybe there's something with the ultramel gene that just everybody doesn't talk about. Like nobody talks about how bad they are at breeding. I don't know. Clearly they are for us, because this is like year 3 of us having a significant number of ultramels in our breeding projects and not getting anything.
This wouldn't have happened if we did not go to that Hamburg show and get that really good deal on.
Was that at Hamburg?
Yeah, that we got 2,
Yeah.
a male and a female, not from the same clutch. They were a breeding pair before.
No, they weren't.
They were not. They
Because
were
she
too young.
wasn't up. She was not quite up to size yet.
Okay,
so
well,
it was.
either way.
That was our ultra glow. Mm-hmm. And it's
our straight up.
our straight up ultramel, maybe straight up ultramel male.
Oh, it could
It's
be
been
like-
so
could be that
weird.
Crypto too.
Yeah, it should be cryptic.
Cryptic, sorry.
So we produced. We bred it to
It's
another
early.
ultramel we had, and that clutch was 10 eggs, 1 survivor, and that survivor looks like it's cryptic. But
That's the one I said we finally have, and she's being so fickle.
yeah, so that one's we think cryptic. It looks very cryptic, but that was 3 seasons ago. This is our 3rd season since then. And
That's the
she's
sound.
not up to size yet because she's a fickle eater, and it's a she, so it's taken longer to get her up to size. And every year we've tried to repeat that pairing to see if we could get them to produce more, to see if there is cryptic, like if it comes out again. And they haven't locked and paired since then. Ultramel. I don't get it. We're just unlucky with ultramel. We'll get it eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, and we even have an amazing ultramel male that we bought. You said we haven't bought much during COVID, but we actually did. We bought an amazing het ultramel male. Super Pastel Banana Mojave Hidden Gene Woma het ultramel male.
Is that Lando?
That's Arthur.
Arthur.
That didn't lock it all this season for us. He was just like, nah. We tried to put him to a whole bunch of the ultramel stuff, thinking like, hey, this will be great. Finally, we'll have lots of genes in our ultramel stuff, and he just wouldn't lock.
Well, that's the other thing.
Now it was his
too.
first season, so
Yeah, I was
we'll
going to
try
say
again
that.
next year.
On that, no, we also have a ultramel het. Is he het desert ghost het pied or het ghost het pied? What's Lancelot?
Ultramel. That's the triple het ones I was just talking about. He's ultramel het ghost pied. Het
Lancelot's?
ghost. Yes.
Okay,
It's the triple hets I was just talking about.
that he's the sire for.
No, he's not the sire. We're trying to breed him to those. The sire is our regular ultramel boy because he was.
I'm sorry. When I'm working with animals, I work with I see their names on their tubs all the time. This is what happens when you.
Okay,
name
so we're gonna
stuff,
talk
too.
names. I apologize, you guys aren't gonna know what this means. The original babies are Excalibur Violet.
Yes.
And then we bought Lancelot from Ozzy,
Yes.
and Ozzy is breeding to those babies, those triple het babies.
You mean
So-
Lancelot's breeding to those babies?
Yes, Lancelot. What did I say?
Ozzy.
Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry, Ozzy boys. Lancelot is breeding to the babies we produce so that they're unrelated, so that the triplets are unrelated from each other.
Okay.
So,
But
we produce...
Either way, I wasn't talking about that.
What are you talking about?
Either way, I was trying to say when you were talking about purchases and stuff, and how they were like fickle breeders. I was going to say he was a fickle breeder for the first year or so. Like it would look like he wouldn't lock with anybody.
You asked me what the genes were. That's why.
Yeah, because I was just making sure of what Lancelot was.
Yes.
I wasn't trying to go down that rabbit hole.
Oh, okay. Anyway.
This is a long video.
It is.
We're going to probably try to wrap it up here. At least I am.
It's probably a good idea.
You know, I tried to do that at dinner the other night with my coworkers.
Here's how we don't wrap it up because she just goes on.
I tried to do that with
tangent.
my coworkers the other night. We were out on the outdoor patio, and I stood up and I was like, "Well, guys, I want to leave," and nobody was getting up. Normally, that's the sign that everybody gets up and leaves, and nobody got up, and I was just standing there. And then eventually, I sat down, and 5 minutes later, one of my other coworkers stood up, and everybody's like, "Yeah, let's go." And I was like, "Why?" And I even said this out loud. I was like, "Why is it that when I stood up and said I'm ready to go?"
Because you likely did exactly what you did here, where you stood up and said you were ready to go, but then started another story.
And then another coworker was like, "You should have just left. We would have followed suit, maybe." Oh my gosh. So anyway, I'm going to try to wrap it up. We did good.
And now our next story.
Nope.
You say
nope. I'm out of stories for today.
Okay. So yes, ultra male breeding has been unsuccessful for us. Even though we have a lot of it in our collection, 8 females breeding.
1 year we're gonna explode.
And I hope we
1 year 20... it's gonna be every clutch video you're gonna see is gonna have some kind of ultra male, and you're gonna be like, what?
When you wonder why I say we breed 32 females and only get 20 clutches, it's because 25% of those females are ultra male and none of them lay. That's exactly why that happens. All right.
It's all good though.
It is. It's it's part of can't force animals to do what they're not going to do.
It's the only thing that's I don't want to say the only thing, but that's one of the things that's really exciting. You don't know what you're going to get every year.
Yeah.
And even if you know, even when you're cutting a clutch or after it pips and you're making sure that everything comes out well, even if you know these are the type of babies I should be seeing, if it's not a straight up like an albino to albino, if it's not straight up this is what's going to be every egg, it's an exciting thing to kind of see.
Even then you don't know, because you could breed your desert ghost male to a pied female and then get a whole clutch of pied babies and wonder what the heck is going on, and then find out that your desert ghost males actually had pied. So even then you don't always know. Or our one maybe cryptic that we've got in the collection. With recessives,
that's true.
You pop stuff out and you're like, where did this come from? Even when you think you know, you don't know necessarily. Unless you've actually bred those together before and are 100% certain.
What's that old real world road rules MTV from the 90s thing?
You're definitely showing your age now.
It's when you're you think you know, but you have no idea. When you're in the lot. Dude, if you all are our age, you watch that stuff.
Nobody's our age, we're old.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
You are. You're old. I'm young. You're 70.
You're young, wild, and free, and
yeah, pretty much. Old and haggard.
Oh my God! I mean, that's
doing
true.
your crochet.
That's true. I haven't done that in a long time. Anyway,
old
guys.
Fuddy duddy.
I enjoy my comfort. Thank you.
I'm just picking.
No.
All right.
Don't even.
They're gonna think that you don't like me.
I don't, because I love you.
Aw. See, guys? We actually get along pretty well most of the time. All right.
Okay.
This video is
we're done.
This is the longest short video ever.
Yes. If you made it this far, congratulations.
You don't get a prize. I'm sorry. I don't have anything. Got nothing.
If you're looking for a prize, the bottom of the cereal box.
There isn't one.
There isn't one.
It's Jeremy Irons cereal. Does anybody know what that's from? That line? If you're looking for a prize in the bottom of the box, there isn't one. Jeremy Irons cereal. If you know what that's from, you would totally get along with us because we quote that show all the time.
Yeah.
It's half of our language between each other is
pretty much, yeah,
of that show. Okay.
All right, we're wrapping up.
Really, we're done. We're done.
Say the outro.
Okay. Let's see if we can get it right this time, because the last 3 weeks, because we missed 2 months of videos, the last 3 weeks we've messed up our outro every single time. So let's see if we can actually get it right this time. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff, and we'll see you next week.
Take care.
Bye, everybody.